There is frustration among some CCISD parents this evening. Last month, the district sent them a letter stating a speech-language pathologist, or SLP, is not available at their child's campus. Now, Chris 6 News has learned that there are currently no SLPs at any of the district's middle schools. Under a federal guideline, school districts are required to provide these services to students who need them. Taylor Alanis spoke with CCISD's Special Education Director and a concerned parent.
She was diagnosed with a lateral lisp and a stutter.
Stephanie McGee says her daughter relies on speech therapy, so it was a shock when she received this letter from Corpus Christi ISD telling her there wasn't a speech-language pathologist or SPL at her middle school.
It was all the middle schools. The district has to provide these services to students with disabilities, and it's just not okay. It's not okay, this lack of attention. And it's just not just her.
The district tells us there are slightly more than 300 of their middle school students who need that kind of support.
What were they doing all summer? Why wasn't this addressed? This is a huge staff shortage.
Any student that is not receiving services is one student too many. And we recognize that.
Meli Guerra, the Senior Director of Special Education for CCISD, says their speech pathology department has seen some employee losses across the board.
She doesn't have the proper techniques being pushed upon her on a weekly basis. So that's why it's so important with people with these speech impediments that they do have somebody to see them on a consistent basis.
CCISD is looking to fill 9 of those positions. Officials say right now they are contracting for and are supplementing with 11 SPL assistants. Guerra says the district has a teletherapy program in their high schools.
So we're looking to expand that so that we can begin the provision of services for all of our students again.
She says typically secondary students are more independent, so they are able to get on the computer and access their teletherapy services that way.
That would leave our in-house therapists to focus more on our elementary students who would require more of that social interaction in person.
Guerra says CCISD won't know the impact the lack of SLPs has on students until they receive those services once again.
There's still a case manager for the student. We're still monitoring their progress.
In the meantime, Guerra says they are not only posting on job boards and special groups, they are trying to recruit from area universities.
We welcome interns within our department, and we do welcome SLP assistants who are working towards getting their SLP certification.
McGee says she's afraid without the consistency of speech therapy, her daughter will regress and the district is failing her.
I had notified them that I would be filing grievances and complaints and that I would be contacting the school board, and I've already contacted the TEA.
Taylor Alanis, Chris 6 News.